Hey everyone, it's Julia. I'm back. No sooner did I post my coronavirus update video than the state declared, what is it called? Stay-at-home order for the entire state of California. Um, so everything just changed again. We are currently in a public parking lot, McDonald's. There are two vans over there. One's there every single night, has been for over a year, and the burgundy one's new. There's a car parked over here with a tarp over it and trash bags on the side. I don't know how they get away with that, but they've been there for over a year in that exact spot. The parking spot I have around here is right over there, which I'm going to go check out shortly. McDonald's is open right now, and I have a McDonald's bag because I ordered something so I can be like, I'm eating. But yeah, I feel a little bit frightened now. Boy, things are moving fast. So the stay-at-home order was based on projections that the state made that in the 8-week period, we would have 25 million infections. We are a state of 40 million, so those are bad numbers, and that initiated the stay-at-home order. But one thing to consider is that California is so large, 40 million people. It's like its own country. So, of course, you're going to see more numbers here than you would see rising quickly in smaller states. Population number, based on population, I mean. Am I getting that across right? I'm not going to have time to edit this stuff. There's no time to edit this. This is just going so fast. But the stay-at-home orders indicate to stay at home except for essential work, food, going to get groceries and things like that. And when asked if they were going to enforce this new directive or order, the governor of the state said, "This is a social contract here. People will self-regulate their behavior, and there will be social pressure to do so." He said specifically, "I don't believe the people of California need to be told through law enforcement that it's appropriate to home isolate." And emphasize they could still go outside and all of that stuff. So that was his address to the state. And then when you look at the local news media, they're blowing it way more out of proportion by saying, oh no, nobody can even go to a friend's house or anything like that. So I gotta tell you, I'm newly back in California, and I just discovered who this new governor is. And I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me, but I really like him. I really like how California is handling this situation. I like this attitude of, well, we're not going to require law enforcement unless it's necessary. So this is not overkill. This is a directive to get ahead of the curve of this impending higher infection rate in the upcoming 8-week period. So we're not waiting until, SHTF or things get worse in order to do something about it. We're doing something about it before. Honestly, and I grew up here, that's how California's always been. California's always been a leader in many ways and very progressive on many things. Many environmental things, of course, including air quality with our smogging laws and limitations, as well as the Organic Act of California. I wrote down a bunch of them. California is just always like GMO, food labeling, the entire health movement that has resulted in all of these yoga pants started here. The self-care movement started here. Cannabis, fair pay. I mean, universal health care for anyone up to age 26. Not on the federal level, but on the California level, regardless of what the federal level does. So yeah, I guess you would call that a liberal state. But California is very progressive and is really a leader in many, many things in this country. And in this case with the coronavirus, I feel exactly the same. That this was a good move to make, and that it was a good move to not enforce it through law enforcement. Although that could change. It could get more of a lockdown. But it's self-regulated lockdown, I guess you could call it. So, for everybody's fears out there, hi, baby. This is not martial law in California. There is no need for me to run out of the state. If they close the borders, I'd rather be here, honestly, because the reason I came back to California is because I wanted to come back here because this is my home. So I have a lot of faith, actually, in the California leadership as opposed to other states or the federal government. Even though it seems bad here, I like the way it's being dealt with. And it seems very straightforward and also honest and compassionate. And I just am so glad to be back here. Like, the things I'm hearing and the way this is being dealt with on many different fronts, even before the coronavirus, I was reminded, oh yeah, that's what I was missing when I left. Oh, I recognized that from, what it was like when I was here. I hope I explained that. It's just that I'm getting reconfirmation now that I'm glad that I came back to this state, California. So the California order is an open-ended directive. There's no deadline at this time. Now, all of that said, I'm still more scared than I was 2 hours ago whenever I published the coronavirus video that finally uploaded, my third attempt. And I'm wondering what's going to be going on at the sewing studio, whether I'm going to be able to go back there and work, which is what I was going to do tomorrow. Honestly, at this point, my van transformation did not include my sewing machine, iron, or multiple bags of fabric and containers of patches, for which there is no room whatsoever. So I'm going to definitely need a build out with a regular wooden bed, much higher, for much more storage space. That's not right now, but I've already taken a step in the right direction by removing the couch and redoing the van. But yeah, I need to go over there and use up some of the fabric that I bought. I've been buying recently for this big sewing as much as I could before I headed north. Now everything's changed with the coronavirus, but I have a lot of supplies sitting there, and I need to get some of that made and up into my store to try and keep some sales coming in so I don't die. So hoping it'll be okay to go over there and keep working. I will probably get a few more supplies. There's going to be food, there's going to be water, but yeah, I just want to make sure I have everything I need, because it could actually get worse. I don't know. So, I was making notes after I published the video for the next video I was going to do. And then suddenly there's a stay-at-home order. So I had to do this video right now for you and let you know. Yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm going to post this right now. And it just started. It's like just past midnight. It just started at midnight. Yeah, it's a little bit sparse out here. But again, Governor Newsom just said they weren't going to be enforcing it through law enforcement at this point. What I'm doing is essential work, keeping you all updated on YouTube. So, and I am sheltering in at home, which is right here, and I'm working remotely, and I'm very lucky to have work that is online at this point. So, and just so all of you know that might be ordering anything from me, everything is being washed anew to make sure that there's no contracting of diseases from my space. My space is clean, bleached, and laundered. So, whew, oh my God, it's changing so fast. All right, well, wish me luck in parking around. I know I'll be okay either way. And though I have family here, I called a member of my family to make sure they're okay and to offer to watch their children if they needed to go to work. And they responded that everything was crazy, and they're doing their best. No one has contacted me to see if I'm okay. I'm living in a van out in the middle of the streets. No one's even concerned enough to contact me. That's crazy. So if you think I can go to families' houses here, I can't. They're so wrapped up in their own little world. You'd think, I just have to say, How long does it take to make a phone call or a quick text to check on a loved one? Not long. I feel like I'm okay. I don't want to get too negative here. How about this? Thank you all for all of your consideration for me being here in California and just the coronavirus in general. And I'm sending out the same best wishes for you. It's really good to be connected with you all and not be totally alone out here, which is what I would be if I didn't have this YouTube channel. Except for my one friend that's here in a van, and we might hook up and go to a hotel or something. No, I doubt it because we have vans. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you for your well wishes, and everybody be safe out there. We'll be all right. Ciao.